My name is Jeremy Pritchett.
My name is Joe LaPena.
Well, we looked at a ton of different names, and then one day I said, what about like Blindfold? Because people, I felt, were blindfolded to the fact that they don't see everything that's out there in the world, that there's all these stories that are out there that we don't know about.
When you're blindfolded, you're kind of in the dark and you're not really aware of things that are happening. And once you take that blindfold off, you get to see the light and see positive things that people are doing. So we wanted to kind of use that imagery to say that, hey, you know, all this stuff is out there. If you just take the blindfold off and you get a chance to see it, and you might be moved by it.
So I said, let's call it Blindfold. And let's make it to where people are seeing beyond the blindfold, that they see our magazine, they see the stories, it's opening their eyes to not being blinded by society and what society places in front of you and tells you you have to do. That was the idea of Blindfold. And I started researching and seeing if there was other magazines that were out there that were fashion and music and culture and things that would be cool to people, that they would actually look at it. And I found that there was socially conscious magazines, or there was articles in magazines that were socially conscious. But there wasn't one that was specifically socially conscious and was also beautiful.
Because we're all into photography and we like the power of an image and the power that an image has to evoke emotion out of people. So we thought a magazine would be a perfect format to present some of our work as well as works of other artists.
And that's how it's evolved, and it's turned into this thing that I'm pretty proud of the fact that it's going to actually happen and move forward.
I guess the main message is not to just be an advocate to these causes, but actually to inspire someone to action, to actually take action and get involved.
We want to inspire our readers.
I always envisioned our magazine to be sort of like an art piece.
So we wanted to bring music and art and fashion and all the things that we think are cool, and to tell people that it's okay to still like all those things, and do it socially conscious. You can match the two up. So we wanted to be more of a picture, beautiful art piece that people would be proud to have sitting on their coffee table and keeping for a while. So that's how we plan to be different. So the first issue is going to be our main feature is on Haiti and Patricia Arquette and her organization called Give Love. Patricia is down there working with the people of Haiti, and it's not really what she calls charity, it's what she calls a partnership with the people of Haiti, which I thought was a great take on the situation. Instead of us just throwing money at them, she actually goes there for 3 to 4 months out of the year and actually works with the people there. We also are doing a story on a gentleman named Tom Shadyac and another gentleman named Rocco Bellic, who are filmmakers out in LA. Tom did the movie Ace Ventura, Patch Adams, Liar Liar, Bruce and Evan Almighty, and the Nutty Professor movies. He was the director of all those movies. But he decided to go on a different path and do this movie called I Am, which is about his life and how he decided that fame and fortune and riches weren't as important as helping your fellow man, which was a huge, huge inspiration for why we wanted to do the magazine. And Rocco is an Academy Award nominated director of documentary films, and he did a documentary called Happy. One of the other stories we're doing on Asheville, North Carolina, we're going to feature different cities, and each feature, or each issue I should say, that are progressive and are ahead of their time as far as other cities, in the hopes that people will actually see what that city's doing and go, we could do that in our city. The other one is on Maria Gano and mountaintop removal, which is something that's happening in West Virginia, where coal companies are going in and they're mining the tops of the mountains for coal. And what's happening is there's runoff from that, which is getting into the water supply, and people are getting sick. So I thought it was a really powerful story and a great disgrace that it's actually happening. And then our last feature is on a friend of mine, Casey Cooper Johnson, and he just did a film called Unmanned, which is about the drone pilot program in the Air Force and how they're teaching these kids to basically like play video games, that it's a video game, until they realize that it's real people that they're killing when they drop their bombs and fight on the screen. So the online portion of the magazine, the website, is basically going to be a feeder for the magazine. So you'll be able to go to the website and see what we have coming up for the next issue.
People will be exposed to both and they'll want to go to both and check things out.
We obviously want everyone to buy the magazine and to look at the magazine, but we feel that the main audience of people that will really love and grab at the magazine are the 35 to 55-year-olds, the people that have done all the crazy things in their life, that have gone to extremes to figure out what they want to do, and maybe have a better idea of what they want to do, and now they're more geared to giving back and helping the community and helping their fellow man. But we also want the college kids and the high school kids and the in-between people that are just starting jobs and just getting out of college to look at the magazine and hopefully the magazine in some way or another helps to guide them in the future.
I guess our main target audience are people that are concerned about social causes, social issues, and have an appreciation for art and would like to, get involved and see how they can get involved.
We want to do an issue on Africa. We want to do issues on women and women that are doing amazing things in the world. We want to do issues on sports and not just the regular team sports, but outdoor sports, things that you can go do that you don't even consider sports, but like hiking, rock climbing, and kayaking, and just outdoorsy things. That's sort of the idea of the future.
Future plans for Blindfold is to be on every shelf. When you go into Barnes & Nobles, when you go into 7-Eleven, you'll be able to pick up a Blindfold magazine.
But the most important thing is that in 5 years, I hope that the stories that we told today in the first issue, that in 5 years those stories have made a difference in the lives of the people that were in that first issue. So we hope that mountaintop removal is not an issue in 5 years. We hope that the problems in Haiti are not issues in 5 years. We hope that the Air Force has changed its policy on how it teaches these kids to fly these drones and that they make it more humanistic. And that's the idea, and if that happens in 5 years, I'll be the happiest guy in the world.
So I hope it grows into something that can change the world, something that will inspire people, something that will have a legacy.